When you have run a curve trace and you see the plot on the screen, you may want to compare it to a plot you took earlier on another device. Let's call it a golden device because it is known good. But this looks very difficult to do for multiple pins and multiple test points. Of course, you can save the results as a table of measured values in an ASCII file, and then import the files into some tool to perform this analysis in an automated way. But the CurveMaster gives you a good way to compare your results against those of a known good device, a golden device. You save your results from the golden device and compare them to each new device using Golden Pin File, a very convenient feature of CurveMaster. In the lower right corner of the screen, you will find Golden Pin File. Here you can select a saved Golden Pin file, load it into memory, and set the allowed variance for the maximum deviation from the golden device that you choose to allow. Of course, there will always be some differences. No two devices are identical. Then you just turn it on. When you look at the curve trace plot with Golden Pin, it looks different. First of all, you can see only one pin at a time because the reference device file has a separate plot for each pin. So we compare pin by pin between the golden device and the actual device under test. You will see in the pin display panel that you have a number of pins, but you cannot select more than one pin at a time. If you enable another pin, the current pin display will be disabled. In the display area, you will see this green hash mark region. This green area represents the allowed variance for your curve trace. All the measured points within this region are fine. The points outside of the region are marked in red to indicate fails of the curve trace allowed deviation. The Golden Pin tool will be very important later on when we will automate testing, because the failed points on the curve plot will be data entered into the log file. When you set up and enable Golden Pin File, you will see a new region in your setup file for the Golden Pin settings, shown here in red. We see the Golden Pin Enable is set to 1. Then the variance is set to some value. Below that is the Golden Pin File, showing the complete path to the file that contains all the results to your golden device. If you don't want to use Golden Pin, you can disable it in the setup file by changing this 1 to a 0. Or you can uncheck the Enable box in the software and save the setup file again. This concludes the Golden Pin File video.